This video is sponsored by Kershaw, Next Level Pocket Knives. Use discount code 20archery23 for 20% off at kershawknives.com.
Hey, Archery Talk. This is Lucas, and I am sitting down here virtually, at least, with Laden Force, the marketing lead for Xpedition Archery. We're going to talk about Xpedition's custom bow shop. Laden, how you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I appreciate you having me on, Lucas. Hope everybody at ArcheryTalk's doing well.
I hope so as well. So I happened to see just on, I think on the Instagram feed for Xpedition that you guys have this custom bow shop, which you're kind of getting bows set up and more or less ready to shoot for the client right out of the box. Can you explain a little bit how that process works and what exactly they will get?
For sure. And if you don't mind, Lucas, what I might first address on is just like the state of Xpedition Archery, because there's some unanswered questions or maybe not realized, aspects of Xpedition Archery and where we are as a company, where we are as a brand. And I would tell you that a lot of folks don't realize that ownership of Xpedition actually changed hands over the last few years. The company moved from Yankton, South Dakota to Decorah, Iowa. And we've really been using the last 2-3 years to identify who we are, what we're going to mean to the marketplace as we move forward. And we're starting to lock into that. And that is really what has led to the Bow Builder platform, the custom Bow Builder platform, which we're going to discuss. And then also probably more so the flagship mission or message of Xpedition Archery right now being the X-Lite platform, which is, our product group of flagship bows, which there are a lot of questions around because we went from $1,100 flagship bows to $2,000 flagship bows, or just under, at $1,949 and $1,999. And what really is driving that, and that is the use of an alloy in our risers and some of our other components within the bow called Magnite. Magnite is a metal component. Like I said, an alloy, magnesium alloy that we've had the opportunity to lock up rights to and start to employ in our platform, our flagship platform, that offers reduced weight, reduced vibration dampening, and greater tolerances and consistencies in production when it comes to a high-end flagship bow. And that's why you've seen us, come in and reposition and bring to market, a true premium flagship bow here at Xpedition Archery. So that was kind of a mouthful there, and I'm happy to talk with you more about that later, but let me answer your question if you don't mind. And that's the Bow Builder, the custom Bow Builder platform that we introduced 3 weeks ago. With us being a nimble and smaller manufacturer of archery equipment and bows specifically, at this point in time, we had come across some new opportunities operationally. And the biggest part of that was our ability to actually, once manufacturing was complete with the X-Lite platform, exercise the activity of being able to set up that bow to the spec of the buyer, the consumer, whoever it was that bow was going to. They're in-house with our in-house technicians that we have on staff, with some information, which is a vital part of it. There's been a lot of question marks around that. Well, how do you just throw a peep in and expect it to work for, Joe Smith out of Northeast Ohio? There's some stuff that comes with that not everybody's familiar with the custom Bow Builder platform and the technical aspect of it online. But then have the ability to land that bow there. And we like to call it ready to shoot with a baseline tune, and that is something that has been a solution to our business model. Because we're so small, especially after the rebrand, we don't have a whole lot of dealers. We don't have the 1,100 plus dealers that some of the larger manufacturers have. And we just don't have the coverage for the bow hunting marketplace out there in the form of a dealer market that a lot of them have built over time with a lot of hard work and dedication and effort of their companies. So this custom Bow Builder platform really was an opportunity for us to solve how we could not only get an optimized new X-Lite out in the hands of a bow hunter or an archer, but it was also an opportunity for us to help solve how we get better coverage with the folks that are out there in rural areas that don't have an urban archery dealer close by, or maybe don't have a rural archery dealer within 200 miles, and really kind of help us grow the brand and grow the amount of Xpedition bows that are out in the marketplace.
So I guess when people are giving you the information for this bow setup, what kind of information do they need to provide you in order to get the most accurate setup possible? Yep.
So first things first, they would go right to our Xpedition Archery homepage. Once you're there on the homepage, right now what you're going to see is that platform being advertised right out of the gate. It's going to say set up, delivered to your door, redefining the bow shipping experience or shopping experience. So there's a link there, a button that you just click build your bow. It's going to navigate you to the custom bow builder platform page. And immediately right up top, you're going to see step 1, just choose your setup from the model to the accessories. Step 2, take the time to go find your current bow that you have in your house, in your shop, wherever you might store your bow. What we need to ask you for is a measurement from the center of your peep to the center of your D-loop. That's going to actually help us place that peep sight for those folks that choose to have a peep sight placed in the bow or served, even served in. So once you've taken that measurement, number 3, you're going to go right down, and there you see the window to build your custom bow. It's real easy. You're going to pop up. You're going to have a series of drop down buttons. It's going to start with the model. So currently we have the X-Lite 31, which is a 31-inch axle to axle offering. We also have the X-Lite 33, which is a 33-inch axle to axle offering. A little longer there for some of those folks that like that longer 8A and looking for a little bit more stability out of their platform. Both perform very well, but their choice. And then it just gets right into the kind of the obvious questions from there. Riser dexterity, right versus left hand, draw length, draw weight. That peep, the D-loop measurement, you actually input it right after your draw weight, which is going to be that measurement that you took before you started the process. Then you're going to have the ability to customize your bow. And that's one of the cool things about what we're doing with this custom bow builder platform. And we're not the first one to offer this in the marketplace. There's, several other manufacturers that have bow builder platforms where you can go in and customize limbs, risers, string, and then have that sent on to their local dealer that's near you. But we are, I guess you could say, mimicking that process and then giving the ability to ship right to your door or your dealer, depending on your choice. So riser color, limb color, ancillary parts, which that's something that we're pretty excited about. The ancillary parts, we're not offering just one solid color of cams, limb pockets, and a couple of the other ancillary parts. We're actually giving you the opportunity to either do our armor black color or a flat dark earth. So if you've had the opportunity to get in, or you've seen some of the photos floating around on our social media properties where you see this complete, just total flat dark earth build out that is definitely different than what most folks have provided on the marketplace. From top to bottom, it'll catch your eye, I'm sure. That's how you're getting that ability. You have the ability right there with ancillary parts to choose armor black or flat dark earth currently. That field might grow in regards to options in the future, but we're just not there yet. So string color, 6 different string colors you can choose from. One thing that a lot of people don't realize, and it's a common question, Lucas, that I get with the X-Lite itself. One, we're trying to explain, the custom bow builder platform to everybody, because everybody's like, hey, wait, you're going to ship this to my door? I have the choice to have that done. We say, yeah. And now, wait, now you're saying that it can be set up, like I can pull it out of the box and I can fling arrows down range, and all I've got to do is just align my pins with my bow's action, and man, I've got a bow that's sighted in. Yeah, that's right. And then you get to the point where they say, well, okay, I understand all that, but now tell me why your bow is 1949 off the shelf. And so I touched on Magnite. The other things I would touch on is we use Cerakote in the process. It's a premium finish or decoration that helps reduce scratching and abrasion, seam scratching and abrasion to the surface of the material itself. That's one premium option that's built into this platform. The other one is our strings. We equip these bows, these X-Lite platform bows, with ABB platinum strings and cables right out of the gate. So, you're getting a $200 plus set of strings and cables customized to your color preference. We haven't gotten really extensive yet with the color options. That's still pretty basic, 6 different colors, but they are ABB platinum strings, and that warranty does hold with those strings and cables right out of the gate that you've become familiar with America's Best Bowstring. So that's their high end. We're equipping this high end premium custom offering with the best. So from string color back to the bow builder, you get to choose your rest. So currently within the platform, we're selling 2 different rests that you can equip your bow. It's an option. It's not something that you have to do. Just know that it's there if that person wants to go on ahead and set it up. For us to baseline tune that bow for you, it is going to need to be equipped with a rest. So do understand that if you're not buying a rest, we're not going to baseline tune for you. We can still set your peep. This is a synchronized cam system. So we can get center shot pretty quickly with that bow setup and still get you a D loop and peep measurement. Even if we don't have the rest, we just won't complete the baseline tune. But the two options for rests are the Hamskea Epsilon that we have. We did a private label piece with Hamskea, and they're producing some Xpedition Archery Hamskea rest for us. The other one is a QAD Ultra Rest HDX. So those are the two rest options right now. This platform will grow as we grow into 2024. You'll have more options there. We're working on that right now, but those are the two that we had solidified for the launch. And then sight will be the next field to choose from. Currently, we have a few options there. We have some axle sights, we have Spot Hog, and we have Red Line. I believe we might even have an HHA in there at some place as well. Yeah, we have an HHA. So there's 4 different sight manufacturers, all quality, high-end sight manufacturers. Those are all names that you guys are very familiar with, each of those brands on, and those are there for you to choose from as well. Last field that you would have the opportunity to provide some personal preference to is quivers. So currently we're running Red Lines and Tight Spots. Those are the 2 brands. So a smaller field of choice there as well, but I'm sure that will continue to grow as well. We just wanted to make sure that we had a very nice, controllable platform here right out of the gate. So we didn't want to get too intense with our number of SKUs that people could choose from. We just wanted to have a small representation that would give them a little variety, brands that, we know from the marketplace that are solid options for those consumers. And of course, when it comes to those accessories, none of them have to be ordered. You can order the bow, customize it, build it how you like it. We can even set that D-loop and peep for you without having to order a single accessory. So up to you. From there, you just confirm and review your build, confirm your shipping address, your billing address, your payment method. We do take credit card, or we do have a financing option as well. I know we're not the only folks that offer that. There have been a couple other places or competitors in the market that have offered a financing option too. But that's all there. And man, when you confirm all that information, click send. Right now with the X-Lite, we're about 7 to 14 days out. Bow orders are increasing daily as we continue to run this platform, and it's been good. And I'll probably address one of the most obvious aspects of it. If you guys have been around the archery marketplace or you've watched some of our feeds socially, some of the folks have said, well, you're cutting the dealer out. No, we're not cutting the dealer. If anything, we're trying to strengthen our dealer network. We're working alongside of them. The idea and purpose behind this is, like I said earlier and addressed, we've got gaps in coverage as far as Xpedition Archery is concerned out there in the marketplace. We're an immature company, just speaking very plainly about the situation, and we're trying to grow exposure and awareness to the brand and the X-Lite platform. We're really proud of that platform. There's a lot of good folks in Decorah, Iowa that have put a lot of time and effort not only into the X-Lite, but the brand as a whole and our whole rebranding effort. And man, they're just all excited to bring a great product to a great group of people in an industry.
Laden, I appreciate you kind of going into detail here and explaining to us what's happening with Xpedition as a whole, and then with this custom kind of bow building package. It's it's a unique way for people to kind of maybe get set up, especially if someone isn't close to a dealer or doesn't really feel comfortable working on their own bow. Like, here's something you get started with. You could at least go fling arrows in your backyard, and hopefully you keep them inside your own property.
For sure, man. Well, and I will tell you, one of the things that just I'd say as an extension to that, we've had a few folks say, hey, I'm still 200 miles from the closest dealer or more. You guys have got a $1,950 bow. Like, with all due respect, guys, I would love to shoot it. What do I do? I don't have a dealer close to me. I can't spend a full day driving to go shoot one of your bows at a dealer. And I will tell you, there's a solution that will very soon be announced to that. So we hear what you're saying out there. We appreciate all you archers and bow hunters that are providing us that feedback. We're trying to be nimble, and there's a program coming in the next 5 days that I would tell you is going to be a pretty exciting. I'll say 5 to 7 days with the weekend being in here, that we're going to announce as an add-on to the Bow Builder platform. It would create an opportunity for us to put that bow in that person's hands that might have questions without too much risk. So you guys can kind of read between the lines there probably, but until we officially announce it, I'll keep it under wraps.
Oh, that's fair. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. And I'm also looking forward to seeing the 2024 lineup.
Yeah.
I'll be at the ATA show. I think you guys will be as well. So hopefully we'll see what's new with Xpedition in January.
Yeah, for sure, man. And I think that, like I said, I commended all the great people behind Xpedition and the brand. And, you know, we're a part of a larger portfolio with Xpedition Enterprises with, you know, great sister companies like Element Outdoor Clothing and you know, several other brands, Titan Hunting Blinds coming down the line. And, man, just a great group of people that are working hard, man. Americans right out of Northeast Iowa that are doing their best to, you know, really provide a great product and now service for their marketplace. And, you know, our coin phrase now, I don't know if anybody's noticed it, you know, hashtags are big these days, but it's experience redefined, you know, and that's where we're at. And, you know, as a fresh brand coming back to market under new ownership, man, we're just doing our best to make sure that we're really paying attention and working hard for the marketplace.
Alexa, I'm excited to see what happens next. Thank you so much for taking the time today.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, Lucas. Thank you, Archery Talk. We appreciate all the support and always encourage communication. If you guys have questions for us, reach out to us on our meta platforms, Facebook or Instagram. We've just opened up a Twitter account. We're actually working on TikTok, believe it or not, this week, and we're going to join the craze there and just have another extension. But reach out to us, DM us, PM us. Give us a phone call, shoot us an email at info@expeditionenterprises.com. We're here to chat with you guys. We'd love to have your feedback and earn your respect.